Thanks. You know, the general U.S. divorce rate has actually been dropping steadily for 20 years now, but new research shows the rate among couples 50 and over actually doubled during that same time frame. It's a phenomenon called gray divorce, and when it happens, money can become a problem quickly. Joining us this morning is Jean Ann Dorrell, founder of Senior Financial Security, and thanks for coming in here this morning.
Thanks for
we were talking while we were off the air. These numbers are kind of staggering. You know, I think a lot of people think of America as kind of a divorce country, but that's actually been dropping. But this rate among 50 and over is really troubling. And anytime you have a divorce, financial issues come up quickly.
Absolutely. The difference is when you're in your 20s and 30s, it's child custody issues. When you're in your 50s and 60s, it's financial. So it's divvying up real estate and retirement holdings and debt issues. It's very important to have a complete picture of all the spouse's assets because a lot of hiding can be going on there.
And it's very different for men versus women, right? Let's start with men. How is the financial consideration different?
It's not really a financial consideration for men. They're more worried about who's going to cook me dinner tonight, or who's going to go on vacation with me, or who's going to take care of me when I get sick. Now women, they're more concerned about financials while they're married, but now they're wealthier and more independent. They don't need the financial stability of a man any longer, and they're more inclined to leave a marriage for emotional well-being. So it's very important to notice the difference there.
So if you're in the unfortunate situation where this is happening, you're part of a gray divorce, what are the things you need to make sure you do financially?
Well, you want to avoid tax penalties when you're splitting up assets. Retirement plans, for example, can create tax penalties, income tax if not done correctly. So you want to get a quadro. That stands for a Qualified Domestic Relations Order. And when that's issued correctly, then that will prevent the taxes and tax penalties. Also, you have issues with who's going to keep the house. A lot of times the women will be more emotionally linked to the house, but they need to set that aside and think about what it costs to keep that house up. And if they just can't let the house go, consider a reverse mortgage to be able to help them keep the house financially.
It is a lot to think about.
There's a lot to think about, definitely. And you want to also, there's a lot of choices when you're talking about going through a divorce, not just a divorce attorney, but you should work with a financial advisor, someone similar to me who's a certified divorce specialist, and they can help you navigate the waters and outlast the storm of divorce. And just to be sure, I've put on my website at thesmartmoneygal.com a link to a government website where there's a checklist, and you can make sure that you're getting the assets you deserve in a divorce.
Jean Ann Dorrell from Senior Financial Security, good advice. Thank you very much for being here. Really appreciate it. Lauren?